little bit nervous.
Boy?
Probably the fastest I've ever been on that work. I'll be completely honest, that threw me off.
Right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I'm just gonna quickly pour my latte out for you. Well, cheers to that one. New mug, that's my excuse. New mug, not used to the size of it. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Matt Richards. I'm a two-time Olympic champion in the sport of swimming. And today I'm gonna be taking you through what a day in the life looks like 1 week out from the World Championship trials here in the UK. So in today's video, we're gonna start off by having a little bit of a reflection over the previous couple of years worth of British champs. In April, I'm going to look back at some of the races that I've done in the past, look at how we can break it down, learn from them, and take some things forwards into next week. Then, of course, we're going to go to the pool, go to a session, pop into the gym on the way past, and we might go into town for a little coffee of some kind. So I've got up the 100 freestyle final here. Maybe give you a little bit of an insight into what I'm thinking at various different points. So off we go into the race. I had a pretty good start, I believe. As you can see, I come up pretty well at 15 meters, but all you can really see is just white water. It's just wash. But yeah, as you can see, David Cumberledge out really fast there next to me. 22:79 is what I was out in at 50 meters. So that's pretty quick to feet. Looking pretty good there, through to 75 on my end. But as you can see down the bottom end of the screen, Duncan Scott really brought it back fast. Came back exceptionally quickly. If he had another 5 meters, I think he'd have got me, to be honest with you. But in the end, managed to sneak the win there. So it was a very good race, very good fun. So yeah, as you saw there, that was the 2024 British Championships down in London. What I'm going to show you now is the 2023 British Championships, which was over in Sheffield. So the pool looks very different. To be completely honest with you, the camera quality is not as good, so apologies for that, but this is a very different race. So as you saw in the previous one, I was fastest entry into the final in 2024. I was in lane 4. Likewise, 2023 here, I was the fastest entry into the final. I was going in with the fastest time from the heats. In lane 4, it was a PB for me in the heats actually at this meet. I was 47.7, I believe, in the heats. So in really good shape. But yeah, I wanted to show you this race, just to show you some comparison and show you what this race can look like at different competitions. It's very different. So as you may know, I am an investor into the AP race brand. Today I am wearing one of the other pieces from our AP race clothing line. You can get all of these pieces and way more. I'll put a link to that down in the description, and you can use code MATT, M-A-T-T, full caps, to get 20% off your order across the entire site. So have a little look, and if you want to, you could be wearing the same gear as me. So as I say, I'm in lane 4 here. Again, there's some really fast guys in here, especially just this side of me, closer to the camera. Lewis Burris goes out very fast down in that bottom lane. I'll be completely honest, that threw me off. I was not expecting to see somebody go out that fast. I was expecting to get to the 50 meters and turn fastest, which, take out Lewis Burris, I did. But Lewis Burris out 22.64, really fast. I was out 23.01. Feeling pretty good, but as you can see, the guys either side of me are right there as well. And again, another familiar name, Duncan Scott, with a huge back end down that second 50. Just really pushed his way through that field. With 5 meters to go, I look like I'm going to get second, but in this case, I actually came third. I was 0.3 slower than I was in the heats, beaten by Lewis Burris with a great time, 47. Duncan Scott 48.00 and me 48.02. So I was 3 100ths away from winning it, but actually ended up coming third. The way we qualify for the team, you have to hit a time and you have to come top 2 in the final. So all 3 of us there hit the time that we needed, but obviously in my case, I didn't get the top 2 position. So even though I went into the final with the fastest time, my time from the heats was really quick, 47.7. In that particular race, I actually didn't get to qualify. In the end, I did swim it at the World Championships because Duncan didn't want to do it. It was a clash with another one of his events, I believe, which is quite lucky for me, more luck than judgment. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that insight into what these races are and how tight they can be and just the margins that we're playing with. So next week, which is Thursday the 17th of April, I will be racing this year's British Championships at the London Aquatic Centre. Hopefully the result will be more like it was last year rather than the year before, but that's the beauty of sport and the beauty of swimming, is we just never know. So following on from the little insight I gave you into the last couple of years, I thought, why not have an honest chat with you guys about how I'm feeling going into next week. You know, it's probably something that you don't get to see very often, an athlete talking to you about how are they feeling before they compete, because generally speaking, people don't like to give that away to their competitors. But in this instance, I think it'd be quite useful for you guys to see what an athlete actually thinks. What do we go through before we compete? Just give you that little insight for those of you out there that maybe are competing in sports for yourselves, or whatever it happens to be, whether it's a job interview or an exam or whatever it is. It's probably good for you to see that we are human too. So yeah, being completely honest with you, I am a little bit nervous. You know, it's one of those competitions, as you saw in those videos just now. You can never take anything for granted. No matter how fast you've been in the past, no matter how good the results might have been in the past, you have to get the job done on the day. And especially in a sport like swimming, where it comes down to such fine margins, if you make one mistake, that's it, you're done. So yeah, being completely honest, I am a little bit nervous. You know, it's an important competition, it's something I've got to get right, but I'm also very confident. I feel really good. You know, I've had a fantastic block of training going into this meet. Potentially one of the best blocks of work I've ever done. So I can take a lot of confidence from that. I can move forwards into this meet knowing that I'm in a great place, both physically and mentally, to be completely honest with you. I'm very happy, I'm very healthy, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a fantastic meet. I hope that's interesting for you guys to hear a little bit about the thought process that goes into a meet like this. Right, so that's enough of that for one day. Anyway, we're gonna head up for a little wander into town, I think. It's a beautiful day out here in Manchester, so we're gonna go for a little wander. Don't actually know what we're gonna do. We don't need to shop for anything, so we don't need to buy anything. We've already had a coffee, so we don't really need to go and get a coffee, and we've got lunch at home, so we don't need to get food. So we're just kind of going for a wander for the sake of going for a wander, really, but sometimes it's nice to get out of the house.
Hey, boy. So we met up with Chess and little Freddie over here. It's a beautiful day here in Manchester. Freddie's been a little bit naughty today. He keeps on crying and shouting at us, but maybe he just needs a sausage. Sausage for the sausage dog.
Freddie!
Yeah.
Hey, boy!
Hey, Freddie! He's a little sprawled.
So it's time to head back to the pool now. We've got a session this evening. I think I've actually got some fast stuff, so looking forward to showing you that. So, the session is well underway. I finished my warm-up. Tonight I have got some what we call ANP, so anaerobic power. So it's some suited work. It's going to be a little bit of back-end 200 speed work. So second half of 200 race efforts, and some back-end 100 speed work. So some back-end of the 100 race efforts. So yeah, let's get into it and I'll keep you updated with how I get on. So tonight's main set consisted of two 100s at 200 meter back end speed. So two 100s from a push long course, then a little bit of easy, and then two 50s back end 100 speed, also from a push with a little bit of easy after it. So that was the main set tonight. If anybody can guess and tell me what they think my fastest of the two times was for both the 100 and for the fastest 50, bearing in mind, both from a push, both long course, I will get in touch with you and I will send you a signed cap, okay? So you have to give me, both of the times have to be right to the 10th, not to the 100th, just to the 10th. So fastest of the 100s, fastest of the 50s, both from a push, both at back end speed. Let me know down in the comments, people. So, afternoon session for the day is finished, and now I've popped in to see Rach, and yeah, she is actually that small. So she's gonna sort me out with a little bit of soft tissue now, with a little massage. Nothing too nasty. She likes to get the elbows in there. She's quite mean, but
oh yeah,
nothing too nasty today. Just nice and get all the little kinks and the knots out, ready for next week. So yeah, over to you, Rach.
Thanks.
So we're back at the apartment. I'm not going to give you too much insight into how that session went because I can't give too much away in today's video, but all I will say, it was very, very good. It was very, very fast. Probably the fastest I've ever been on that work. So it was very nice. I'm very happy with it. Anyway, it's dinner time. We've got a new meal for you tonight. So we've got some teriyaki salmon bites, some tender stem broccoli, some rice, just white rice with a bit of soy sauce on it. And then up here we've got, down here we have what we call it's like a mango-y salsa. So it's like mango, avocado, coriander, a little bit of lime juice, bit of seasoning. It's very, very nice. So it looks very pretty for you at the moment, purely for the YouTube video, but I'm about to mash it all up into one big bowl and get scranning. So that's tonight's dinner. Alright ladies and gents, that is another video over. So if you did enjoy today's video, please do drop a subscribe, it really, really helps. Drop a like, and let me know some comments down below for some other video ideas you'd like to see. I've got some good ideas coming up, but I want to hear your thoughts, so let me know down below. and I'll see you next week. Cheers.